scoreless first half. These teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Looking here for Smith downfield. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Smith, 63 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Mahomes will throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. First down, Mayfield. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2nd and 11. Harris running straight ahead. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return, Hester. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And now here comes Kansas City. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
Chris Johnson in a foot race, and they will not catch him. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Johnson, 47 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Spins past him. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go to Johnson again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one. But I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they'd gotten 2 for 2.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he goes out right around the 39. 2nd down and 3. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mayfield. To the right side and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as he's able to dive beyond the marker. 94 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it, and that's complete to Gates. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They need 2. Here's third down. Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the...
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Smith, 61 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete. And he will get in to make it 8-0. After the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Robinson with another carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This short. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And, CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they'd mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Devontae Smith. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So this, Charles, a tight game through the first 2 quarters, but they've come out in this second half and really took the fight to them.
And you and I both know that in the locker room at halftime, both sides' head coaches emphasize the first 5 minutes of the second half, getting out and establishing yourselves. One team has definitely done that.
And he is in to make it 16-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Wagner. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go, gotta have it. Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Lawrence will throw. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is. And
Chris Johnson, nobody in front of him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. defense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. That one looks like he'll throw here. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now here's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. They go play fake. Mahomes airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A.J. Brown, 54 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Looking to throw is Mahomes, being chased out left. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And he'll say thank you very much to that last decision is because of it. And Johnson is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Minshew sets to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Dances by him. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They really struggled in the first half, but they've made some adjustments looking better in the second half. But sometimes do we overanalyze? Is it always adjustments, or sometimes is it guys just sticking better to the game plan?
I think the latter, and I love how you brought that up because we always want to credit, oh, they adjusted here and they made this change there. Sometimes it's just executing what they worked on in practice all week much better. In this case, I think it's a combination. They found a different part of their playbook, and it's working really well for them.
Working extremely well at this point. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter play. We're back now in KC. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense set to take over. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Johnson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Irving is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Now Minshew. And it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these... Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down and 7. Goff. And the Chiefs are going to get him. James Harrison. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hester. Shifts by him. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Throwing now is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Devontae Smith, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Cooper on the return. Here we go on the and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the... And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
So a big play there, not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Goff. A short throw caught by Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they will take a knee here. Fourteen-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Check 48 to Mike. Check 48 to Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, the fake spike becoming a little bit more prevalent in today's game. It worked there.
Those old days of brother-in-law in that play, you know, where you kind of know what they're doing. They're going to, spike the...
And Johnson works his way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Cooper on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover that it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.